All right, let's talk about one of the biggest leaps happening in AI right now, agents. And look, this isn't just about making AI smarter, it's about making it actually do things. So what on earth does that mean? Let's get into it.
This quote right here, it just nails the whole idea. We're moving past AI that just sits there and answers our questions. We're turning them into active, autonomous players that live and work inside our software.
So, what is this huge shift we're talking about? Well, think of it this way. We're going from an AI that needs you to hold its hand every step of the way to a whole new kind of software that can plan, act, and solve problems all on its own, just based on a goal you give it.
Now, I absolutely love this analogy because it makes so much sense. For decades, a developer has been like a bricklayer, right? Meticulously coding every single instruction one by one. But with agents, the developer's job becomes more like a director. You're not laying the bricks anymore, you're setting the scene, giving your AI actor the right tools, and then guiding it to get the job done. It's a totally different way of thinking about building software.
Okay, so how do these autonomous actors actually work under the hood? Well, any AI agent, no matter how complex, can really be broken down into three key parts. These are the building blocks. First up, you've got the model. This is the brain, simple as that. It's a big language model that acts as the reasoning engine. It's the part that does all the thinking, all the planning, and makes all the key decisions.
But, a brain on its own can't really do anything, can it? It needs a way to interact with the world. And that's where tools come in. These are the hands of the agent. We're talking about things like APIs, code functions, anything that lets the agent take its thoughts and turn them into real-world actions, like searching the web or sending an email.
And finally, you need something to connect the brain and the hands. That's the orchestration layer. A great way to think about this is as the nervous system. It's the critical piece that manages that whole cycle of thinking and acting. It handles the agent's memory, and it makes the split-second decision of, okay, do I need to think more, or is it time to use a tool?
So when you put all three of those pieces together, the brain, the hands, and the nervous system, the agent starts running a continuous loop to get things done. Let's break down what that problem-solving process actually looks like.
And that loop is actually pretty straightforward. It all boils down to this 5-step cycle. First, it gets its mission from you. Then, it scans the scene, gathering all the context it needs. Next, the brain thinks through a plan. After that, the hands take action on the first step. And finally, it observes the results of that action, and then repeats the whole loop over and over until the job is done. Think, act, observe. That's the core of it.
I know, that might sound a little technical, so let's make it super real with a dead simple example. Let's say you ask a customer support bot a question anyone would ask. Hey, where's my order?
So here's the magic happening behind the scenes. The agent doesn't just guess. Its brain immediately creates a plan. Step 1. Use its Find Order tool to actually see if that order number is real. Step 2. Okay, it's real. Now use the Get Shipping Status tool to ping the delivery service. Step 3. Now that I have all the facts, I can put it all together and give the user a helpful answer. See? It's a clear, logical, multi-step process.
Okay, but here's the thing. Not all agents are created equal. You can think about their capabilities as kind of like climbing a ladder, with each rung adding a whole new level of power.
So at the first rung of the ladder, level 1, you get the connected problem solver. This is a huge first step because it's where the brain gets its hands. By plugging into something like a search engine, it can suddenly answer questions about things happening right now, breaking free from just its old training data.
Then, you climb up to level 2. This is where things get really strategic. The agent isn't just taking one action anymore, it's planning a whole sequence of them. If you ask it to find a coffee shop halfway between your house and your friend's house, it knows it has to first find the halfway point and then search for coffee shops in that specific area. That's real strategic thinking.
And then we get to level 3, and honestly, this is where the whole game changes. Instead of trying to build one single massive super agent that knows how to do everything, we build a team of specialists. You have a project manager agent that gets the big goal, breaks it down, and then hands off the smaller tasks to other agents that are experts in their one specific thing. It's just like a real-world team.
Okay, so we've gone through all this technical stuff, the models, the tools, the levels, but why does any of this actually matter to you? Let's zoom out and look at the real impact here.
Well, here's the big idea, the main takeaway. When you get this right, when you give an agent clear instructions, good tools, and a way to remember things, you've built something that is so much more than just workflow automation. It stops being just a tool and starts becoming a true collaborator.
And that really brings us to the final, crucial question we all have to ask ourselves. As this technology gets more and more powerful, is the goal just about efficiency? Is it just about making things faster? Or is it something more? Are we just building better automation? Or are we actually building our next teammate?